Poor Baker.
It's been a rough day, man. Been a rough day.
Not as rough as our verses.
Whew. Jumping right into that, huh?
For a minute. We were on a nice little streak, right? Couple past weeks, we're looking good.
Versus this week was very, very rough, to say the least.
At least we sucked together.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We all lost the same games except for like Ravens Steelers. I went one different, and then Patriots Cardinals. Like I went one different and one and one lost. So we're literally all 7-7.
7-6.
No, 7s across the board.
Yeah, no. I mean, like the win-loss ratio was 7-6. Yeah.
No, I just meant all 7s across the way.
Talking about, we're still positive.
Yeah, exactly. That's over 500. I'll fucking take it. Like I say, hey, anything over 500 in NFL, dude, that's positive.
Right.
But alrighty, let's go ahead and jump right into it, boyos.
Love this.
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
So week 14. Wow. Week 14 already. That's crazy. We're going on to 15 tomorrow. All right. So covering verses, as we were just saying, we all finished 7-6 this week. It was kind of, I think, collectively the roughest week for all of us.
Right.
So
usually someone does really good.
Yeah. So for the Thursday night matchup was Raiders at the Rams. Well, at least I think that was Thursday. Yeah, that was Thursday. All three of us went with the Raiders, and Baker Mayfield was able to shock the world on 2-day notice and beat the Raiders in the final 2 minutes of the game.
Baker fucked me.
Yep. He fucked all of us. That's okay. I was really impressed with Baker in this game, man.
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days is unreal.
You go down 98 yards.
It just shows like when you have a coach that works towards his skill set, it can go well.
Yep.
Right.
When you have coaches that are making him play outside of what his, desired way of play is, it doesn't go well because none of us thought he was a quarterback anymore. We all thought he just collected a ball and got sacked or handed it to the other team for the first half of the year. So
yeah, like I always had faith in Baker. It was just he needs the right situation. The big thing that I'm worried about is with him is he's gonna have a good next 4 games. And what happens if Matthew Stafford comes back? Because I think that's one of the big questions is Matthew Stafford going to retire, or is he actually going to come back next year? And if he comes back, then Baker's not going to get re-signed with the Rams, and then he's going to have to go somewhere else, and it's probably going to be another shitty situation for him. And then, boom, Baker's gone again.
For me, like Baker might not be available next year in like a fantasy situation, right? But even if Stafford comes back, let's say, I could see Baker just signing a 1-year like prove it deal to stay behind Stafford, just to stay in that offense, acclimate himself better with the staff. That way, if Stafford's thinking about leaving this year, he's going to be thinking about leaving next year and so on and so forth. So why go sign and put yourself in a bad situation where your value is just going to drop when you could stay there, where you've already proved to them in their offense you work really well. So once that opportunity comes around again, you're ready to cash in.
Yeah.
That would be my thought. The only other place, like I said, is still a backup role, which would be in the Cardinals organization because he knows that offense.
Yeah.
But it's hard to really project him anywhere else because, I mean, it would have to be like in the McVay tree somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same sort of offense, at least if it's different coaching staff.
It would make more sense for him just to re-sign with the Rams.
And that's if the Rams offer a contract.
Fan.
Right.
I think they would at the right cost. I don't think they have like a long-term backup quarterback. Otherwise, Baker wouldn't have been starting right away, right? So I could see if he's willing to sign a friendly-ish deal because he's not projected as a starter, that it could go well. But it's not just the Stafford rumors that we've heard, right? We've heard, oh, well, what if Amazon comes back and doubles down with McVay and tries to give him more money for Thursday Night Football? And what if, Wagner or Donald or Ramsey, like all of them are trying to get, either retired or sent somewhere else because Stafford or McVay are going, and then that whole thing implodes. It's kind of really up in the air. They don't have draft picks or anything to rebuild for a couple of years. So
reset next year. They're not looking too hot for their future.
Yeah, I think Donald's done personally.
With
him saying he
right?
Yeah, he was saying he's saying he was going to retire. His plan always was to do 8 years, try and get a Super Bowl win, and then be done. Retire his parents, retire the family, and done. And kudos to him, man, because he was able to do it, and he's going to go down in the Hall of Fame, obviously.
How many years? You're saying he's only got 8 total years, or is this his 9th?
I think this is his 9th.
Because who is it? Sterling Sharp played 8 years and was a freaking amazing. Now, I understand he wasn't the best wide receiver on the planet when he was doing it.
Yeah.
Like, Donald's the best D tackle, but Sterling Sharp hadn't made the I actually don't even know if he's in the Hall of Fame yet, to be honest. I know he wasn't when Shannon got in there.
Yeah.
And it was due to the longevity argument. It wasn't the skill set argument.
But I mean, I think Donald's proved that he deserves it. I think he's arguably the best defensive player ever. Personally.
He's definitely up there.
So he's gonna be in regardless. I hear this conversation a lot that Stafford is a Hall of Fame quarterback, and that I don't necessarily agree with. Like, he was in a shitty situation with the Lions for so long, and to go to the Rams and get a Super Bowl is nice, but I don't know. I don't see him as, like, when you say Matt Stafford, I don't see Hall of Fame.
Right.
When you say Aaron Donald, I see Hall of Fame.
When you look at his stats, though, like Matthew Stafford's stats compared to other stats are Hall of Fame stats, right? And the first year that he got out of there, he won a Super Bowl. So, like, I do agree with what you're saying, but if I had to look at skill set and stuff like that, I mean, Stafford's more of a Hall of Famer than Eli Manning, right?
I would agree 100%.
But Eli Manning's got 2 Super Bowls, and we're pretty much thinking, even with, his, I don't know, he had more bad seasons than good, just his couple good ones where they dialed it in the playoffs and won a Super Bowl and took out the Patriots twice, right? Didn't they take him down twice? That's both of his wins.
I don't necessarily think Eli Manning should be in the Hall of Fame personally.
I don't think skill set wise he should, but when you prevent the best team to ever touch a football field from going undefeated and winning the Super Bowl, I mean,
yeah, with Eli, it's more of a first ballot or not. Yeah, he's definitely getting in.
He's got to make it in. At some point. Is he like a runaway like Peyton? No, but I also think that's his demeanor. Like, he's, a little bit more reserved type of guy. Everybody thinks he's a little bit more goofy than leader material, this and that and the other. But he's hilarious. I like him more and more the longer he's not been playing.
Yeah, that's true with the Manning cast, and I really liked his Chet skit for Penn State video.
Oh, that was good.
That was a good
that
one.
Was good. That was good.
But I mean, it's hard. Like, I think a lot of quarterbacks are going to get into the Hall of Fame nowadays, unfortunately. Like what?
It's a quarterback league, man. Like, almost every MVP is a damn quarterback.
Well, yeah.
We need to get a different hall, like kind of like what Dion.
I was just about to say.
It's kind of like, it doesn't have to be the most elite players, but they should almost split it up into like durations of time. Like, this is the Hall of Fame prior to the 90s, or this is the 90s through 2010 or whatever, to where you're kind of comparing players or having players all bunched together in the time set that they played with each other, versus having like, oh, here's Dan Marino sitting next to freaking Eli Manning. Like, that's so wishy-washy. And then it's like, oh, well, look at their numbers. Their numbers are going to be similar. And it's like, yeah, but they're not anywhere near the same thing. It's
two different eras.
Right.
Eli's getting in because of his Super Bowls. Dan Marino got in for skill. Like, two complete.
Yeah. So I think that, like we're saying, a lot of people are going to make it just because the precedent is X stats, and now it's a way more offensive heavy passing, this and that. So stats are just more bloated.
Yeah.
So people are going to make it that we don't look at and go, oh, well, he's the third best wide receiver in the, his generation or whatever. It's just, oh, well, he had 1,500 yards once and he caught 1,000 yards a couple other times, so he's got to make it, right? Like, no.
Yeah, it can't only be stats, because like we were just saying, teams are scoring so much more points now.
Yeah. Well, not this year. This year's been very defensive heavy, I feel like.
The high power teams are kind of slowing down, but the offense is so protected.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And
what I think's going to happen is like the Raiders here, right? They got Josh Jacobs, and he's running really well this year, right? People didn't think that was going to be happening. And it's because defenses, for the most part, have went more to stop the pass than to stop the run. So I could almost see in the next 5 years, we swing back to a little bit more heavy set running backs, a little bit bigger style, kind of have more teams that adapt to the ground and pound ability, because it's just easier to get yards on these defenses now between the tackles than it used to be. Look at basically all of the teams that have running backs where they run the ball, like that's their key. The Browns with Chubb, the Titans with Henry. We started to see it with the Jets at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it does look like if you have an elite running game, that kind of will trump the passing game. You kind of live or die by the pass. You always live by the run, per se. But, all the receivers and all the quarterbacks are going to have bloated stats compared to everyone that we've seen before.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild.
All right. Well, we went off on a tangent there.
Like the Jerry Rice. Yeah, like the Jerry Rice effect.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Okay, moving on. Next game on the list was the Jets at the Bills. All three of us went with the Bills. Bills were victorious against the Jets in the rematch for this year. Thought it was a good win. Bills definitely needed it.
Oh, 20-12. Oof.
Yep.
On the Underdogs fantasy, I had Mike Jones having more passing yards than Josh Allen, and he almost doubled Josh Allen. That guy, they like to sling it now.
Yeah. Did you see him get murdered?
Yeah.
Get folded in half.
You get the gold.
Literally a fucking folding chair. Like, it was bad. He's a tough son of a bitch. And then he got murdered again and fucking left and came back.
Yeah, he left twice and came back.
And then after the game
in an ambulance. Like, all right, guys, I gotta go.
Yeah, I did what I could.
I gotta go get something taken care of here.
If I was a player in that locker room, I would absolutely love him as my quarterback. Yeah. That's a tough son of a bitch. So
aren't they like wearing his little throwback T-shirts now at practice?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I saw his teammates wearing like a Mike Jones or Mike White T-shirt.
Yeah.
Who else is like that? There's somebody else that's right now. I'm trying to think of what team it is, where it's a second string quarterback that's taken over and doing well. Oh, Heineke.
Yeah.
Heineke, Commanders. Purdy's doing really good.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit when we get there, because
I don't want to say anything nice about the Niners, but
I got a major question that I just want to hear your guys' kind of input on once we get there, because Purdy looked great.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Purdy was
He
Purdy.
looked like the kind of he looked like the kind of guy you'd want back there. So I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about Purdy. I just have a couple questions.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna ruffle some feathers.
I've got a feeling we're along the same like brain.
We know what experiment's ending. That's over. We ain't gonna see that experiment come back next year.
Wait,
but let's just.
Oh, I'm excited for this conversation now.
Yeah, we're at the leaving the Bills and the Jets right now. We'll get there.
Yeah. But yeah, all three of us went with the Bills. Bills won. Moving on to the Browns at the Bengals. All three of us went with the Bengals. Bengals were able to get the job done. Interesting by the Browns. The Browns were being the Browns. And on a 4th and 1, they said, "Hey, Deshaun, go sit your ass down on that fucking bench over there. We want Jacoby Brissett in here, and then we're gonna throw like a 20-yard bomb." So
they make good choices.
So, fuck the quarterback we just paid $230 million. We're going to have Jacoby Brissett come in.
I mean, in our little group chat that we have for one of the fantasy leagues, the statement that's kind of went over is it's very clear that Deshaun's not getting his normal massages. You could tell. He's just not game day ready, So, I mean...
His dipstick doesn't have any oil on it. Is that what you're saying?
And that's what the Browns fans.
The check engine lights on.
Right, in that chat are saying the fake Steelers fan who's actually a Browns fan, and then the real Browns fan over there. She takes it like a champ. She knows they're horrible, but she hates Deshaun already. It's fantastic.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I had a thought enter my brain, and it almost came out of my mouth, and I said, "You know what? Nope."
No, she said that she wouldn't give him a massage either. No, she's out.
Oh god.
He does look really, really rusty.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played in a year and a half, right?
Right.
But yeah, I love when the Browns lose. I'm hoping the Steelers are going to win out the rest of the year, so the Browns will finish, bottom of the AFC North. Okay. Moving on to the Texans at the Cowboys. Ooh. Cowboys looked rough there for a moment. I thought the Texans were going to come away with a dub.
Yeah, that was a very messy game, but we'll take the 10 points in the fourth quarter and Dak going 98 yards for the dub.
Yep. All three of us went with the Cowboys, and the Cowboys were able to get that dub. It's impressive for me when a team is playing bad and is still able to get the win.
Yep, that's most important because you can't only have the flashy wins. You got to grind some games out.
Yep.
I don't get those. I only get the flashy wins over in Minnesota. We don't really grind things out anymore. We lose those close games by a half a score or whatever it is. But watching the Cowboys, the second to last drive, Dak throws a pick in the red zone.
Yep.
So they get the ball, on the 5, I think the Texans got it when they got tackled. So they're going to basically close the game out. And what said more to me about the game, I mean, the next drive where Dak marched the field for the win was amazing. But the fact that the Cowboys defense was able to keep them out of the end zone, starting on the 5-yard line after a turnover, when they just got off the field themselves and are going back out there, that was amazing. That really kind of lifted, and it showed where some other teams, you have a good quarterback, but they're not really supported by the locker room. Like, other players don't rally around them per se. It seemed like here, when the interception was thrown, there was no blame. The defense just walked out there and said, "We got it. Like, don't worry about it. We'll handle it." And that's kind of the next level that we'd like to see. And kind of, I mean, them and the Niners, if the Niners were at full strength, would be the two teams I'd choose, even over the Eagles. I know the Eagles look great, but I just kind of, the Cowboys defense really sealed it for me there. I kind of think they're ahead of the NFC now.
That was a big roller coaster. With Dak throwing the inner and then our defensive line getting those tackles for losses, that was huge. And then the game winning drive, oh man, football can really.
Now you guys got the ghost. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh,
Very,
Ty.
very impressive pickup. I didn't know Ty still wanted to play, to be honest. And, I know Cowboys fans were expecting to get Odell. But T.Y. Hilton is no
I think
slouch.
this kind of fits a little bit better.
I would agree.
Yeah, because we're definitely playing for this year. Like, we need something now.
But I mean, Ty is the fastest player anyone in the receiving core for the Cowboys, and had Odell been there, like he's the fastest option. So to have him be able to take the top off is amazing. That should kind of open the rushing lanes up a little bit more, or at least prevent as many blitzes just due to the fear of going deep. And then it kind of frees up the number one wide receiver spot to be filled in, where it kind of has just been there,
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to fill the gaps as well up the middle in the passing game. So that's going to really help with our bigger receivers.
I've always liked Ty as well. I feel like he's not that diva wide receiver that a lot of them are nowadays, but he still has phenomenal production.
Gets on the field and just
does his job. Yeah.
Yep. So at least we won.
Big pickup there. I think
it's going to make CeeDee Lamb look like Odell is really what's going to happen.
Yeah, 100%. I think the Cowboys are I think they're the favorites to go to the Super Bowl on the NFC side, actually, right now for betting odds.
Yeah, the odds just keep going up every week.
Yep. But you mentioned the Vikings earlier. Let's jump over to the Vikings at the Lions.
We can skip it.
Okay. All three of us went with the Vikings. Vikings lost.
We could just Kirk Cousins be Kirk Cousins. I don't care what his stats were, 400 whatever yards. I don't give a crap. We lost. Okay?
Yeah.
That's his fault. Justin Jefferson breaks a yardage record in a single game for us or some shit, and he's got no touchdowns. What are we doing? This is ridiculous.
It is kind of crazy how many yards he gets, and then it's kind of like a Julio situation. He gets the ball the whole game. And it's like, okay, well, what about the end zone? Like, that's your guy. Throw him the down ball.
He was averaging like 20 yards a reception.
Yep,
how
20.3.
How in the fuck?
Adam Thielen scored though. What's up, baby? Hey, flash
Adam
from the
Thielen's
past.
A touchdown machine. I got no problem with him. He's the man. But the man over on the other side breaking records can't get in the end zone. I got a problem.
Damn, he had 223 yards.
Where we said for the Cowboys defense, where they rallied around and like picked up Dak's slack a little bit when he made a mistake, said, don't worry about it, like got him the ball back and let Dak go out and make another thing. I don't think anyone on the Vikings feels that way about Kirk Cousins. I don't think anybody. Like, they're like, oh, we're happy you're our quarterback, this and that. But I don't think they rally around him like he's the shit, Right. And that's just kind of like, he's just good enough to be our quarterback and continue to be our quarterback and not really have any urgency to replace him. But I still can't find anywhere ever in all of his history that says he's like a gamer. He just wins games. Like, he's the opposite. He plays a clean football game, and if anyone pressures him, he loses it. And
it is a good comparison between the two.
Sad to go about it.
Because if you do look at the stats, like you just think Cousins is balling every time you look at the stats. So like when people want to debate about quarterbacks, it's like, well, I watched the game. So like it's not the same just Googling some stats. This is when Dak is back, you can, like you're saying, the whole team kind of gravitates around him, and just his leadership and his presence in the locker room, you can tell it just changes the whole team. And
there's a cup.
You can't teach that, and you can't. I guess technically you could just give him a contract, but some people have it, some people don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a big thing to be said about like a leader of men, right? If you have a
Right.
head coach that's a leader of men, that makes a huge change. If you have a quarterback or a player on the defense that is a leader of men, it changes the entire dynamic of that, either offense or defense or special team or whatever it is. And JJ's great as far as a wide receiver, but he's not really been around long enough or like got that mojo as the leader of men. He's just like that talented guy that just kind of shakes people up.
He's not the vet yet.
Dalvin.
Right.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook is just like a game-breaking running back, but he's not really like, no one's ever said, oh, in the locker room, he says this,
His
does
presence
that.
is huge,
And Kirk Cousins is a good dude, but he's not changing the dynamic, at halftime and like bringing people out of a bad slump game or anything like that. So it's just like, we've got a lot of talent on the Vikings, and that's great and it's fantastic, but we need to go look at finding a couple, one on offense and one on defense that really can lead and change the way other players around him are feeling in the game and kind of uplift them to the desired talent needed at that moment.
Yep.
especially in a game like football.
Yeah.
You need somebody in there in that locker room.
All right. Well,
Agreed.
I think we beat that dead horse enough. Sorry.
Look at the most unbiased Viking fan ever.
Do you want me to say the
since
Vikings?
We're done with this shit.
Do you want me to say the Vikings are the best team in the league again? Like, because
No.
Okay, then
No, the fuck. I've been on a downhill fucking slope ever since you said that shit. I wish we need to go back and just delete that whole episode off the face of the earth. Give me an upswing going into the playoffs.
All right. Well,
Shit, we keep this up, the Lions are going to be winning the fucking division before the goddamn season's over.
there's a chance they can make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Are they in the hunt?
Yeah.
for the playoffs, not for the division, but
Yeah. So speaking of another dead horse, the Jaguars at the Titans. Titans weren't able to get it done. All three of us went with the Titans. And they had 2 rushing yards in the second half?
I did not see any of that game. All that I seen was the stats, and I was basically in shock.
Yeah.
Every time you look back and you just keep seeing what's happening.
It was
Kudos Jaguars, but
yeah. Jags are turning into a real competitive team. And kudos, man.
Trevor Lawrence looks like his older brother started playing for him. Like, what the hell happened? Year 2, guy's balling.
Who's his brother?
Year 1, he doesn't have one. It's him.
I was about to say, what? Like, I didn't know he had a brother in the league. I was thinking like a Derek Carr, like David Carr kind of scenario.
No.
But-
my goodness.
Yeah, no. Very, very impressed.
Man, I'd probably pick Trevor over Kurt Thuggins, bro. I don't think that's even remotely close. I think Trevor. Oh,
I'm not going to go back and find it, but in our stupid group chat, I remember listing something like 20, 23 quarterbacks I'd rather have than Kirk Cousins.
I remember this.
So, like, I'm not going to go find it, but I guarantee you it wasn't much higher.
I'm pretty sure
but
Kenny Pickett was on that list too.
Yeah, the fuck he was. And so Lawrence was there too. I didn't put Baker up there. I know better than what was happening, but
Yeah.
it was a long list. And way ahead of it was Fields. And that was when Fields was still playing bad before he started his running escapades of multiple weeks, which made me feel good because it made me feel like I wasn't a complete idiot for saying that I'd rather have Fields than Cousins, but I would.
Yeah.
Even today.
same.
Yeah, no.
Put Fields on IR. I'll probably still rather take him.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence was always said to be the guy, when he was growing up and coming into the league. And, he had a really unfortunate scenario for his rookie season. with that jackass he had as a head coach, and yeah, it's
That
nice.
had to be quite that.
That's hard
you
for a rookie,
imagine?
man.
Well, didn't he
Could you
like never
imagine?
lose a game?
Yeah.
Like high school,
Yeah,
then
never lost a
college,
game
and
until
then
he
went to
joined
the
the NFL.
Oh, that's pretty
Man,
wild.
that's the hey, when he fills out, like when he gets his man
Haircut.
frame, well, it just he still
I
looks
know
like
where you're getting at.
he still looks like you, Slim Pickens. Okay, Slim Pickens, right? He needs to get on the God, who's some like young studly quarterbacks that are ripped up here.
Dak
I don't know.
Prescott.
No, no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Every time I hear stud, I'm like, oh, Dak. I think his name starts with a D.
Your dog comes
Heineke's
running
pretty.
in, no, we're not doing
He was
that.
just in here.
Heineke's pretty. I think he's a little shredded.
Heineke, yeah, he's.
I
But
think
that's not necessarily where I go. I mean,
he needs a Josh
I'll think
Allen
it's
build.
really good.
Oh, what a
No, that ain't
obviously
gonna
the best build in the league, bro, is Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
no
I would
worries.
argue Josh Allen, but
Josh Allen's a big guy.
he's a big fucking dude. He's Big Ben if I don't know where I'm going with that. He's like a Big Ben 2.0.
He's like a Big
That's how I
Ben
talk.
2.0.
I think he's
never
got
know
a
where the
higher.
sentence is gonna end, but I'll definitely start one.
I think yeah, right. I think he's got a higher ceiling than Big Ben.
Really?
I do.
I don't know. Big Ben was pretty fucking good.
I think Josh Allen's going to be one of the best quarterbacks to ever play in the league.
See, I guess the name that's escaping me is Justin Herbert. Like once Lawrence fills out, he's kind of taller like that. He's just more slender than Herbert. Once he puts on a little bit more muscle, yeah, I just think it will be a better way to go about things. I think we'll think of him a little bit better. I think that all of his intangibles are fine. He's a little bit quieter than one would hope, but other than that, he checks all the boxes, right?
Yeah.
And that's similar to what everyone said about Herbert is he's just a little bit too quiet. And then now that he's there, they say he's a great teammate and he's this, that, and the other, all positive things. I'm thinking that's Trevor Lawrence as well. I think that Trevor Lawrence's pedigree's better per se. He just 15 pounds of muscle will change a lot for you.
Well, Trevor Lawrence was also always groomed a certain way to not fuck up, I feel like.
Yeah, he was on that so go ahead with your point.
Yeah, and to like always like sort of watch what he's saying, watch what he's doing, watch who he is in public. Yeah. So now we've seen him open up a little bit more this year, and I think that's a really good thing for him.
Well, he went from like being on the spotlight nonstop to like now he's in Jacksonville, so like that doesn't get a lot of coverage in the nation,
Hardly anything.
Yeah, good old sunshine. Yep.
What was that show they had a couple years ago? Like the top QB prospects going into college. And they like
yeah, we're not allowed to talk about that. That was the Gruden QB camp.
Was that it? I mean, I don't recall, but I remember him being on it.
Yeah.
Like, they talked he's the next Joe Montana. He's the
and every week was a new quarterback visiting Gruden at his little
that's right.
thing, and they'd go up on the board and draw their thing and stuff like that. And
was he teaching the quarterbacks to be racist?
I would assume not. I would assume that.
Shit, in this league, you can't be racist because the guys of the opposite color are better receivers.
I mean, he got what, $100 million for 10 years, and he only worked like 2. Like,
oh yeah, damn emails, man. He should have learned.
Yeah, fucking VPN that shit. Fucking burner email.
I didn't read all the comments he said. I obviously don't stand behind all the comments he said, but it was wild that they went through millions and millions and millions of emails for the Redskins.
Yeah.
And a guy who's not even on the Redskins is whose emails got leaked out of that. That
Well,
was a little fishy. We could move past everything else. That was just a little.
Well, the Commanders, it just came out because there's a big report with the Commanders. The Commanders leaked those emails, trying to take the heat away from them.
He
But
probably
that's what I'm
slept
saying,
with
is
the
he was
owner's
targeted,
wife.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
Supposed to
no,
be-
a former, I don't know if it was his defensive coordinator or somebody he had just worked on a staff with at some point, but that's who he was emailing in the Commanders organization.
Yep.
So that's why the emails were on their servers and whatnot. But it was just wild that that's the only thing that ever got leaked in that whole situation. It just, like Fuzzy said, clearly trying to hey, go look over there. Go check that out for a while.
Yep. All right, moving on. That's enough of that. That's an old story, and it's a mess. Going on to the Eagles at the Giants. All three of us went with the Eagles. Eagles came away with a dub. I believe Ndamukong Suh. I always have an issue with his name. Suh said after the game, he was quoted, I guess Giants aren't always that tall or something like that along those lines. Not all Giants are that big, or
He's a big boy.
he is a big boy.
He's the type of guy. He might not be a leader of men, but he's the type of guy that the rest of the defense rallies around. He's a
Right.
vicious.
I would call him a leader of men in that defensive locker room.
I think he is stature wise. I think he is in his intensity on the field, but I don't think that he really like goes out and rallies the other players or anything like that. I think he's a lead by example guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he's here to hurt someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Twist ankles, step on legs.
I look at the Aaron Donald type where he like literally leads by example, but also gets in there, gives a speech. We'll go over there and tell somebody, hey, we need you to do this, X, Y, Z, whatever.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I would like to say that the Giants' record, 7-5-1, that's way too good for them. I don't know how the hell they were winning earlier.
That's impressive, man.
It's finally getting around to their
What I tell you about what I say about Notre Dame? Okay, my record's way better than what my team is. Okay.
I like that. I like that. That's going to do me good this week. For those of you that don't know, his fantasy team's called Notre Dame. We're in a league where all the teams have college football names, and me and him are going to battle in this week for the playoffs. So
yeah, I don't like that.
It's going to be a good time.
Because I've got a very good fantasy team name, and I'll tell you guys later because
it's not. Don't want anybody to steal it, huh?
Yeah, no, it's my fantasy team name for every league that I'm in, so I love it. It's great.
Oh no, we got one where you got to be a college, one where you got to be a professional wrestler. Oh man, that smack talk goes wild. It's fun. A good time. And then our home league is more where you could just have any name and really kind of do the fuzzy type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good name. You guys will like it.
You're getting all blushy, bro. Must be something bad.
Oh, I'm so tired and I'm smiling the entire time.
This guy's
I'm about to pass out. I already had dinner today, so
Yeah, dinner means the day's over.
Hey, I'm doing 10-hour days all week and then working Saturday as well. It's the money's gonna be nice. Christmas is gonna be nice, but fuck, I'm tired.
Change those W-4s. Before it's too late.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Let's see. Moving on to as long as we're done with the Eagles Giants.
Yeah, we knew that. Eagles just beat the hell out of the Giants. Shout out Frozen Tank.
Yeah. Moving on to Ravens at the Steelers. Myself and Cap both went with the Steelers. Baker went with the Ravens. Ravens were able to get it done in Pittsburgh. There's going to be a rematch in, I believe, like 2 or 3 weeks. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully, both quarterbacks will be healthy.
That's what I was gonna say. Let's just get the starting quarterbacks back for that game.
Yep.
Let's have them battle it out for real. I don't need to see. Hey, Huntley's cool.
Yep.
I like Huntley, but he's not Lamar Jackson.
No.
Right. That's literally why I made my pick. It was based off who had the starting quarterback.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate Kenny Pickett went down with another concussion. If you guys don't know, it was interesting. He got sacked by Roquan Smith. Little bit of a face mask there, but I don't think it was the major issue. Like, he was sort of driven into the ground. He went off. They checked him. He was cleared to return. He went in for another drive after they got the ball back, and he was pulled again. I guess they saw something that they didn't like, so it's unfortunate.
Yep.
He was a limited participant today in practice, but that is what it is. Steelers are moving on to the Panthers next week.
How many is that? His first one this year, or you said again? So he has multiple this season.
It's his second this season.
Oh man!
A lot of people are suggesting to sit him the rest of the year because they don't want to risk his development, risk him having serious injuries. It's it's interesting.
With where you guys are not really fighting for the playoffs, I don't think that's necessarily a bad move. I don't think it's a required move, or they're being incompetent if they don't do it or anything. But I mean, it would make sense seeing some other players whose careers ended early due to concussion issues, just to play on the safe side of it.
Yeah.
If you guys were fighting for a playoff spot, I would say, no, this is, hey, if you're available to play, you play. But if you're mathematically out of the playoffs and your guys having some head issues, then, hey, just let him kind of get on the little clipboard for the rest of the year and
go
work
study some film. Yep.
Yeah.
For me, it's his development has progressed a ton this year. There's 4 games left, 2 AFC North games, Ravens and Browns. And then you got Panthers and Raiders. Both of those are very easily winnable. I feel like they could beat the Ravens and the Browns as well. They would finish 9-8 if they did, which would be impressive with how the season went. I'd sort of like to see him continue to play, and the only reason I say that is because he was never officially diagnosed with a concussion. He was cleared at the 10th, so who knows if he actually had a concussion.
I mean, he's in concussion protocol now, though, right?
Yeah, but I think that's more of a precaution because they pulled him out. Like, he was cleared to return to the game.
Right, that's automatic. Yeah. Once they pull him, you automatically get put in. No, I completely agree. I understand what you're saying. And I agree with you too. I'd like to see him keep playing.
Yeah.
Right? He's obviously
it's fun.
A better quarterback than Trubisky.
Oh my God. I wanted to fucking break my TV.
But because he is so young and this and that, to have multiple concussions in a year, it's like, okay, well, he didn't really get one this week. La-di-da-di-da. He gets knocked out of another game. I wouldn't put him in.
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah. So like that's where I feel with Tua right now. Is like,
yeah,
if he gets dinged up again, they're even in the playoff hunt and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would expect him to miss 2, maybe 3 weeks, or just until playoffs start or something like that. Just out of safety and precaution. Now you get a older grizzled veteran that's never had concussion issues, and he gets dinged up a couple times. It's not quite as like an alarm sounding, but you have the younger guys that are already showing an aptitude for that injury risk. It's scary.
Yeah.
I think the Dolphins are in a world of hurt. That happens. There's a lot of AFC teams in the hunt.
Yeah. Oh, they ain't winning nothing if Tua's gone. Is my opinion.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no,
don't know anything.
I would agree with that.
Both parts are.
All right. Moving on to the Chiefs at the Broncos. What?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I thought so, bitch.
He gave his opinion. He's like, but I don't know anything. And you're like, yeah, I agree. So, on both of those parts are. All right, here we go.
Chiefs at the Broncos. All three of us went with the Chiefs. Chiefs were able to get it done. Broncos, started coming back a little bit. Are we still on the bathroom watch?
So that's the problem we have is it's close. I think we're at 11 touchdown passes. That's what I was looking at Wilson's touchdown passes for the
I
year.
was just pulling it up too.
Because I think we got one game or one touchdown to go. I think we got one cushion, but I got pretty pissed. Bathrooms took a major hit this week.
Yeah, he had 3 touchdown passes. Can we subtract the touchdowns from the interceptions?
Oof.
I mean, I guess you could just make up whatever rules you want.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
not really
it. So he's only got
just-
6 touchdowns then, or 5 touchdowns. No, he's 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the year. I mean, 6 interceptions is great, but
man, I think I could throw. Hey, Bathrooms is gonna lose. I was feeling pretty good last week.
Yeah, I think Bathrooms is done.
That's the most touchdowns he's thrown in one game all year.
I can't believe he threw 3. That's and Sutton didn't even play. That's ridiculous. Damn it. Could have been a game for me. Could have been a game for my boy.
I don't really have a whole lot to add here. I mean, Chiefs are favorites on the AFC side. So
Chiefs over Broncos. Enough said.
Yep. It was expected. Moving on to the Bucks at the 49ers. All three of us went with the 49ers here. 49ers were able to get it done. Like we mentioned earlier, Brock Purdy came in and played pretty good. He's Mr. Irrelevant is not so irrelevant anymore.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny when all three of us took the Niners, knowing that, Purdy's going to be the quarterback versus Brady for the week. And it was a little sketchy, but just the Niners team overall is much better at this point, right? But then watching them play, and it would, man, if any of us took the Bucks and had to watch that game, it would have been devastating. Oh, that would have been the worst watch ever. It was just so bad.
Glad we have a little bit more football sense.
More sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was. Yeah, Debo went out.
Do we have any news on that?
Not like season ending. Maybe a couple weeks. Could possibly play this week. But it looked like it was a major injury when it happened. Everything came back.
Shanahan tried to stop the play before the play that he got hurt on.
Yeah.
He said that he was trying to stop the play. So I don't know if he was trying to call timeout or something.
He just shouldn't have called the play.
Yeah, it says MCL and ankle sprain.
Yeah, I don't see why. I understand he's a good runner of the ball, right? Like taking away Debo from running the ball really takes away the dynamic nature in which makes him great. Like I get that. He's gonna run the ball. It's gotta happen. I don't understand why we're just handing him a dive up the middle. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that is kind of.
That's literally the same exact thing that happened to Trey Lance, which we need to circle back to, because with Purdy playing like that, and all the team rallying around him, they've been rallying around him all year as like the scout quarterback and stuff, and have been joking about how good he is and this and that. And my assumption was he was drafted to back up Trey Lance with the expectation that Garoppolo was going to get traded or cut when all of that was happening, right? So he is supposed to be the second string quarterback going into the year, was the hope or the expectation, because Garoppolo is going to be gone. Garoppolo, let's not even worry about it. He could be there. He could go. I think that depends on if they win a Super Bowl or not. They win, he's staying. They lose, he's going. That's my thought. Would you really put Trey Lance ahead of Purdy coming into next season just because you drafted him where you drafted him, when the reality is you've seen him on the field not look like a quarterback who really has a grasp of everything that's happening. And then you look at Purdy and he does everything you want.
Right.
And it's like, I'd rather have Purdy at this point. He throws a better ball. He's an actual passer, right? I think that the best thing the Niners could do is just accept that the Trey Lance experiment's over.
Right. Like, why start all over in year 3 to see what you got when you have somebody
Right.
already producing?
Right.
Yeah.
You got Mr. Irrelevant's contracts looks great.
It's like a tenth of Trey's.
You have 2 extra years than you would on Trey Lance to have to like really re-sign him and break the bank if you're going to do that. Like, what are you going to? Trey Lance's contract's already significantly higher just due to where he was drafted, and then you're going to have to pay on top of that to get him re-signed. Like, he's not going to re-sign for less because he's the backup. Like, it sucks. I mean, I was on the Trey Lance hype train to start the year, but I mean, that lasted what, 2 plays, 3
Man,
plays? I don't remember.
Right. I was telling people, man, in our dynasty league, Justin Fields. Oh no, Trey. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because the rumor was they were going to be going with Mac Jones, you know, and they ended up going with Trey Lance last second, and
that didn't make any sense because there's so many more accomplished quarterbacks that are in that class.
yeah, yeah, it's interesting. Part of me wonders if the reason why Brock Purdy is playing so good is because there's not a lot of film on him right now.
Right. Element of surprise.
Yeah, you know, they don't have a ton of tape except college ball on him, which that does happen quite a bit. So I want to see how the next few games go before really claiming or crowning him as the starter for next year.
Already grounded him.
Yeah, I hear you, and you're making great points.
Right,
but,
you are 100%.
I don't have any film on Trey Lance either because the fucking guy never gets on the field, right?
You're not wrong.
So like, and every time I've seen him actually on the field, they dumb the offense down because he doesn't have enough experience. Like, they try to play it more of a running style quarterback instead of like, I don't want to say game manager, but that's all that you need when you have the weapons that they got. You just need to get the ball in their hands and let them make plays. And whenever they've had a quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, who's that style, just get the ball out and get it to somebody who makes play. Shanahan's like almost 80+% winning coach, and when he doesn't have a quarterback like that, he's sub 500.
Yeah,
way lower than 500. So
it's almost like they should have never tried to get rid of Garoppolo.
I don't think that per se, but I don't think they should have went the route they went. Right? I could see what's his bucket that went to the Patriots.
Mac Jones.
I could see that fitting a lot better.
Yeah.
Mac Jones hasn't looked that good recently, but I think that's an offensive coordinator situation more so than his talent per se, because he's cussing and swearing at the sideline from the field now.
Oh, it's fucking great.
I love it. On the Niners offense.
Yeah.
That would have been.
It's great. I love it. I love seeing the Patriots in discourse.
Yeah. Let's give them Canada, huh?
What's that?
Would you like that? So we can give them Canada.
I would fucking love to give them Canada. Please, Patriots. Patriots probably fucking planted Canada in the Steelers organization. Fuckers.
Slid his resume to the top. Hey, check this guy out. He's pretty good.
All right, moving on. We're done with the 49ers, right?
Yep.
We're done with the Bucks. Actually, I do have one thing I want to add. The 49ers player that got an interception on Tom Brady. Did you guys see what he did after the game?
No.
He walked
You,
over with
you gotta ask for him to sign it.
he walked over with the ball to Tom Brady, said, "Tom
Had him
Brady,
sign it.
you're the greatest ever. Can you please sign this for me?"
Yeah. Somebody else did that. I forget who else did it. I want to say somebody asked Aaron Rodgers for a signature last year. That's awesome.
Did he sign it?
He did.
I
yeah,
don't remember.
he
I'll
did.
have to go. Yeah.
Oh, Aaron? I don't know if Aaron did. Tom did though.
Yeah.
That's apparently Tom was in a good mood. I guess he was on Sirius XM, his radio show that he does, and he was like, "Oh, I was pissed, but I wanted to be." He's like, "I guess I was in a better mood," or something like that.
I didn't want to be a poor sport powder about it.
Yeah.
You know,
So
you gave me a compliment. You picked me off.
yeah.
Here's your signature.
That's the way to do it. Don't go over there and be like, "Hey, can you sign this ball?" Like, go over there and be like, "Hey, you're the greatest ever."
Right. There's a reason I want this signed.
Yeah.
Right. It's because you're the GOAT. Can you hook me up here?
That's cool of Tom to do. So kudos to him. All right. Moving on to the Panthers at the Seahawks. All three of us went with the Seahawks. Panthers were able to get the dub. Unfortunate, man.
Yeah, that was a shocker for me.
Yeah, I was
unfortunate for us three. I don't think that everybody else thinks it's super unfortunate, but yeah, I did not see that coming.
Neither did I. I figured Pete Carroll was going to be able to coach his way well out of that one, and it didn't happen.
Sam Darnold didn't even do that good. Like, how the hell did they win? What was?
What Gino is
yeah,
like the Giants. Like he's slowly coming back to his median. You know,
right. No more superhero.
Yeah.
The talks are apparently he's going to command about $130 million contract too after this year.
Not for the Seahawks. He won't.
Yeah.
Not with the pick they have from the Broncos. Tell him how you doing. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
I want to see a 30-30 on Gino.
Why?
Oh, shit he went through. Remember, he was
more than half of it. He'd just be sitting on the bench.
But that's
learning.
But man, he was supposed to get drafted hella high. He got his jaw broken by his boy. He had almost a career-ending injury. I would like to see it.
Good old WVU guy, Morgantown.
Yep.
All right.
You would definitely watch it.
I would
You'd be all over.
I mean, I watch them all, so
Okay.
yeah, I'd watch it. But I'm
You'd be
not
all over.
I'm not sending anybody fucking. Hey, you know what we need? Geno Smith, 30 for 30. Let's go. I don't need.
It would be great.
I think it would be pretty good.
It might be good. I just not sending out.
Now you think it's good because Fuzzy agrees.
Why don't you tweet it and go ahead and see when it happens? If it comes on, I'll watch it. But I ain't gonna be sitting here promoting.
I'm gonna
the Geno Smith story.
So when it happens,
It's a banger. We need that.
You would watch it.
All right. Moving away from the Seahawks, they were a disappointment. Another disappointment was the Dolphins. Dolphins and Chargers. All three of us went with the Dolphins. I don't know if Mike McDaniel just didn't yell at Tua enough this week, or what, or talk his shit like he normally does. But Tua was not on it.
I think Herbert came into this game like, I remember someone was trying to say that Tua is starting to look better than me. Let me show these boys. He threw like 50 times.
He looked dynamic, man, getting out of the pocket, ripping the ball down the field. Like he looked like a quarterback you would want to be on your team, leading your team. So I mean, when you got somebody playing like that, you could see them, beating another team, blah blah blah. But the Dolphins let me down. Let me down.
Oh yeah,
they let us all down. It was rough. It was rough.
That one kind of felt like a safe pick too. No.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
We were wrong. Happens.
We didn't see fucking whatever. Tyreek got banged up, and then who's the other jackass? Waddle didn't do dick for what till almost the fourth quarter. You didn't get a reception. Like what the?
Yeah, Tua only had 10 completions.
Wilson got knocked out of the game, so like there
Well,
was
I mean,
There was plenty of ball to go around. Waddle should have been touching shit. You got Tyreek Hill limping. Why is the other guy not running up and down the field scoring points? I don't understand. It is wild.
maybe that's the blueprint now.
Fucking step on Tyreek's ankle, get a W.
Yeah, go after the cheetah.
Fuck.
Alrighty. Moving on to the Patriots at the Cardinals. God, it's a rough night. I'm
man.
exhausted. Myself and Cap went with the Patriots, and Baker went with the Cardinals. It's okay because Baker can't spell Cardinals apparently.
Oh, it's a typo. Fuck off. You see it spelled correctly just to the left, you cocksucker.
It's funny because you couldn't look to the left apparently when you were typing it.
This fucking guy. All right.
Pats came away with the win. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, or fortunately, depends on how you look at it. Kyler Murray is out with an ACL tear. What, 8 months? So he's going to miss a good significant amount of next year as well.
Damn, I don't think that's fortunate. How would that be fortunate?
Because apparently the Cardinals look
time now.
well for him, yeah. But apparently the Cardinals look a lot better with their backup.
Well, actually, we had a guy on the podcast earlier saying that Colt McCoy was a better quarterback.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep my face straight. I couldn't do it. Do you know who that is, Becker?
Man, I did not say he was a better quarterback. You guys are fucking tripping. We're gonna rewind.
I remember that conversation. I remember.
I said he's a better team like player. The team rallies around him.
Okay.
I didn't say he's a better skilled fucking player. I specifically said he's not more talented. He does not have more natural ability.
Gotcha.
Kyler has in the top 5 as far as arm talent and everything like that in the NFL. He's just a selfish little gnome who doesn't do any homework and goes home and plays video games. He doesn't need his team. That's just what it is.
I would like to bring you out canoeing because your back pedal, you know, like you got a strong back pedal, man.
Did you just say Kyler Murray is top 5 in arm talent in the NFL?
Yes, absolutely. Ask all the players that play with him, and they go, "Yeah, he does shit I don't see other people do." Colt McCoy will say, "Oh, he does shit that I just have never even thought of trying to do."
Listen,
let me call up DeAndre Hopkins and be like, "Yo, what's up with Kyler?"
And all of them say I'm the greatest father of all time. Okay.
Yeah, they've only experienced the one.
That's all I'm saying. That's all.
They've only experienced the one. All right, whatever.
You just proved his point.
No, I just to argue that point that who else has been drafted in both sports in the first round? Nobody.
Deion Sanders.
Not in the first round.
Bo Jackson.
Wrong. Not first round. Wrong. Sorry.
Did you just Google it?
No. No.
He's so
I'm a
passionate.
fucking A's fan. I know that we wasted a pick on the guy. Okay. No.
He's the only one in the first round?
The first round of both drafts.
When
Correct.
did Russell get drafted? In baseball, that is.
I don't know
Now he's like,
I want to say the 5th round. The 5th round? Maybe the 5th round.
I gotta look now.
You guys Google? Go for it. I have no problem. I know it was.
No, I'm super interested.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, he was the 140th pick.
And Kyler was what, 9?
I don't know.
Number 1 and number 9.
Damn,
Some
that
shit
high?
like that.
That's crazy.
That's impressive.
Russell was 75th overall.
They took him at like 9. I'm pretty sure it's 9. Might have been higher. I know it was top 10. And he was saying, I'm gonna play football. And they still took him. Well, just in case.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So
How many rounds are in a damn draft?
There's a lot in baseball.
I don't know, 20 some odd ridiculous.
Yeah, Brady got drafted
bullshit.
in the 18th round. Like that. What is that? Like
Brady?
7 months after it starts? Yeah.
I didn't know Brady got drafted in
18th
MLB.
round as a catcher. This is crazy.
Wow, interesting.
Matt Castle, 36 overall. You guys can continue.
All right. Well, so that wraps up versus. Like I said, we all finished 7-6 this week. I'm gonna cover the AFC and NFC players of the week. So starting off,
Jefferson.
what's that?
I just mumbled Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no.
That's fucking stupid. Guy can't find the end zone.
Fun fact about Justin Jefferson: he only needs 500 yards to be the first receiver to ever get 2,000 yards in one season.
Oh, Calvin got like 1,900, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't do it before week 18, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If it takes him a whole extra game to do it, it doesn't count. You put a stupid little asterisk next to it. Seasons are longer now.
Okay.
I agree.
Keep it moving.
Okay.
I agree.
So starting off with the NFC players of the week. For offense, we have a quarterback, Baker Mayfield, for the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh.
So he passed for 230 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions for a 91.4 passer rating, and their 17-16 comeback win over Las Vegas. He led an 8-play, 98-yard drive with under 2 minutes remaining in regulation, ending with the game-winning touchdown pass to Van Jefferson with 10 seconds left on the clock. This is his third Offensive Player of the Week award and his first as a Ram.
Who wrote this?
What?
Who wrote this? Do they still have a job?
This was from the NFL.
Who the fuck wrote this?
This is from the NFL. Yeah, I was very surprised to see this myself.
Did you refresh the page and make sure it was in 2022?
Yeah, no.
We got a kicker or a punter. It's the special teams guy. Let's just keep this fucking Baker Mayfield bullshit.
For defense, we have quarterback Baker Mayfield. No, defense is a defensive defensive end Brendan Graham for the Eagles. He tied a career high with 3 sacks and a forced fumble in the Eagles' 48-22 win over the Giants. You can tell he likes having on his team.
Mm-hmm.
This is his second career Defensive Player of the Week award, also earning the honor in week 3 of this season. So congratulations, 2 in 1 year is really, really good. Golf clap. And then for special teams, we have kicker Eddie Pinheiro for the Carolina Panthers. I hope I said his last name right. He converted all 3 of his field goal attempts, connecting from 47, 32, and 39 yards. So what they're saying is there was nothing special about special teams.
That's what I'm fucking saying. The guy's got 3 kicks. His only job is to kick fucking field goals. The guy only gets 3, none over 50, and we're giving him an award?
Yep.
What the?
Yep.
Hey, who came out and said kickers wouldn't make more field goals, but they usually just play ping pong during practice? Who said that?
Tyreek Hill.
I read. Did he?
Yeah.
I read that. I don't know why that killed me.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too.
Oh.
All right, moving on
As Tyreek buys a new super custom ping pong table for the fucking Dolphins.
He just needs to get a fat head of the kicker and put it right on the fucking table.
He pulls the old shitty one out of the locker room, and McDaniel makes a big deal. Oh, what a leader. He's taking it out, so we play games, this and that. Oh, no, that's not what's happening. I actually got a custom one coming in tomorrow, so we're just making room. Oh my God! All right, let's hope the AFC can give us some better players of the week, huh?
Yep. So for offense, we have quarterback. I'm not going to say Baker Mayfield just
I
because.
swear I was waiting to cry because I wanted to hear it so bad. I
Yeah.
wanted to hear it so bad.
We have quarterback Trevor Lawrence for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
2.0. He completed 30 of 42 pass attempts for 71.4 completion percentage. He had a career high of 368 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 passing, 1 rushing, with no interceptions for a 121.9 passer rating in their 36-22 victory over Tennessee. He led the AFC in Week 14 with passer rating and passing yards. He becomes the youngest player in NFL history with at least 350 passing yards, 3 touchdown passes, and 1 rushing touchdown in a game.
God damn.
For defense, we have linebacker. What?
No, when somebody says, when they wrote down the stat you just read, where he's the first one to do 3 of this and 2 of this and 1 of these in a game. It's like, yeah, because nobody goes out and is like, okay, I want to be the first one to do this. So what I got to do is I got to get this, and that. And now all that I want to do is just send teams, hey, can you guys please make sure that you get your quarterback to do X, Y, and Z today, please? That way we can get a first ever fucking award for him for some shit.
Is it not impressive, though, that a 23-year-old gets 4 touchdowns like that, though?
I mean, sure.
I'm not really into conspiracies.
Paragraph of bullshit. First time ever somebody did the thing. Get out of here.
I want to talk to you about 9/11 later.
I'm on full hater mode right now. That shit was a conspiracy. It imploded.
All right, moving on to defense, we got linebacker Josh Uche. I think that's how you say his last name, Uche. Uche. For the Patriots, fuck him. He recorded 5 tackles, 3 sacks in the Patriots' 27-13 win over the Cardinals. He was credited with tearing Kyler Murray's ACL. Kidding.
That's ridiculous.
Kidding. Unfortunately, Kyler did that himself. It was non-contact.
Yep.
And it was on grass. It wasn't on turf.
Oh, we're gonna start this now. Some other jackass started saying, "Oh, see, turf isn't the only reason people are hurt." Yep. And it's like, nobody said turf was the only reason. We just said it's a lot higher fucking statistical chance you get hurt on it.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody's ever said if you play on grass, you'll never get hurt. And it's just so ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, I am on hater mode. This is not going well.
It's okay because I'm gonna join you for the next one.
Okay. Right.
For special teams in the AFC,
got a punter who did 1 coffin punt is what we got, right?
No, it was a defensive end, Calais Campbell, for the Baltimore Ravens. So he is known for being a destroyer of men when it comes to field goals and blocking field goals. With under 12 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter, he blocked Pittsburgh's 40-yard field goal attempt to keep the Ravens' lead at 6 points. Baltimore would go on to score a field goal on the following drive and eventually hold on to a 16-14 win.
Yeah, that makes so much more sense than 3 under 50, 1 under 50-yard field goal and 2 under 40-yard field goals for player of the week. Get lost.
Yeah,
bullshit.
He can kiss my ass. He destroyed my week.
This is my favorite segment of the week now. This is great.
I can't wait for the Cowboys to get their ass beat.
Hey.
They're going into the buzzsaw of the Jaguars right now, so leave me alone.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is about to do some sunshine things on these fellas.
He's gonna stiff arm and teabag the shit out of Micah Parsons this week.
Let's be clear of John Montana.
Let's be clear. I'm still taking the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But Fuzzy here clearly taking the Jaguars.
No, I'm taking the Cowboys.
No. You're picking Jaguars. You already made it clear.
I never said I was picking the Jaguars.
No, after this bullshit you're running over here, just talking shit, we're gonna make you
Because
stand
Cap was
behind the
talking
words you
shit first.
say.
Fuck off. All
No,
right.
I was talking shit about Baker, and
Oh.
you directed it to you.
Well,
I was complimenting you. Tell him, Baker.
how are you complimenting me? I was saying
Because
how
I
it was
love-
hurting me, and you were like, "Oh, this is my new favorite segment."
Uh, he
love
just
it.
says that because he likes to see me get worked up over
Yes,
nothing.
it's really good.
God damn, what is for dinner? I am starving. This is
All
keep
right.
this moving.
You guys want to do our versus picks right now, or are we going to be free Saturday?
Let's do them now.
Okay.
I don't have much faith for Saturday for me.
Okay.
I do have to go to the airport on Saturday. I just don't know what time, so I don't want to commit.
Perfect. No, let's go ahead and
But if it does make time, if you are free, I'm ready to run it.
let's do it. I'm not tired or anything. It's fine. I believe we have a full.
We got run through the picks. Yeah, we got 16. We don't got to do a ton of lead in.
Yep.
Do a minute a pick here. Let's rock.
All right. So moving on to the week 15. 3 more weeks. This is sad. All right, technically 4. Week 15 games. Starting off tomorrow's game. Big 49ers at the Seahawks. I'm going to go with the 49ers. Brock Purdy.
Yep, shocker.
Yep.
Yep, Niners. Purdy all the way. Gino, I don't believe in you until that 30-30 comes out.
Yeah, no, and this is going to be the game he wins, and we're all going to be pissed sitting here next week, so it's fine. But we're all going Niners.
All right. Moving on. Starting, by the way, this week coming up is going to be Saturday games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. I love it. 3 days of football.
Is that real?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was just for Christmas. I didn't realize it was. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, that's good.
We have Saturday games this week. So starting off
That's good.
Saturday at 1:00. God, I'm gonna be fucking working. This sucks. We got the Colts at the Vikings. I know Baker's gonna go with the Colts, so I'll go with the Vikings for him.
What a cocksucker.
I don't know, man. The Vikings just look awful now. But I'm still going to pick the Vikings.
Yeah, okay. That's great. Let's keep it moving. I picked the Vikings. That's great. Woohoo.
He's so mad. He's an angry elf.
Yeah, I'm an angry Kyler Murray right now. It is ridiculous.
All right, moving on to the 4:30 game on Saturday. We have the Ravens at the Browns. I'm going to go with the Browns.
Is Lamar back? Do we know?
I believe
I would
he's out.
expect him to not be back.
Yeah, I believe he's out.
Browns. Go Browns.
Seeing as they haven't lifted the regulations and Deshaun's still not getting the proper massages he seeks, I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Okay.
I like it. Damn, this guy's you're going to the science side of it. I like it.
Hey, he just sits around looking at Instagram models, and now he's not allowed to reach out to them or get massages and stuff. I think it's really killed his inner man that he once was, and
Low on testosterone. I got it. Yep.
Yeah, it just he's a problem as a human, and now he's having to act as an upstanding human, which seems that he can't play football while he does that. So
it is tiring to be a law-abiding citizen.
It is rough to just be a good guy all the time. Let me tell you.
So I think I think the Browns are going to teach Deshaun Watson about Brazzers, and he's going to be fine this week. Yeah.
VPNs.
Yep. So moving on to the 8:15 game, we've got the Dolphins at the Bills. It's supposed to be a very fucking cold one this week, I believe. I know we're getting snow here in Pittsburgh tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Yeah, I think the team from the South going up to the North, playing in the snow. I'm gonna go with the home team, Bills.
Plus, the Bills need the win.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's dinged up. I don't see a track meet happening, and however many inches of snow are going to be on the ground. So the Bills it is.
Turn my dad sneeze. All right, moving on to the Sunday games. To kick it off, we have the Eagles at the Bears. Going with the Eagles.
So,
Pretty plain and simple.
Eagles across the board. Yeah, that's real. We don't even need to hear you say it. You just shake your head. We know.
Okay, going on to the Lions at the Jets. This is the brand new Lions. I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Yeah, but it like it. Yeah. Sorry. What game are we in?
Lions at
Lions,
the Jets.
Damn, I think this is going to be a slingshot game.
I think
They're
it'll be a
gonna
good one.
throwing. I don't know who to pick, but Mike White. I pick him. Let's go Jets.
All right. Yeah, I've got the Jets down because I just can't. I can't side with the Lions after what they just did.
All right. Yeah, so I'm alone in that one. That's fine.
You picked the Lions?
I did. They're
Shit.
5 for 6 in the 5 wins in the past 6 games. They are hot right now. Up next we got the Steelers at the Panthers. I swear to God, if the Steelers don't win this game,
He'll just come on here and complain next week.
Yep.
We got.
okay, works. I didn't want to say something too drastic. Steelers are my pick.
They've been disappointing when I picked them. Panthers.
Thank God.
Well, hey, whoa, let's think this through. Hold on now.
Nope.
If
He
they're
said it.
disappointing when you pick them, then let's ruin Fuzzy's day and let you pick them again. Like, yeah, it's gonna cost you a win maybe, but I mean, Cowboys could get a win and the Steelers won't.
Can't wait for this to be the last episode of Dial In.
I'm going Panthers.
Ah, fuck. Me too.
Love it.
Damn it.
Moving on, we got the Chiefs at the Texans.
That's gonna be a close game right here.
Super close. It's gonna be a barn burner. Moving on to the Falcons at the Saints. I think we all know we're all choosing the Chiefs there.
Yeah.
What did I say? Falcons at the Saints?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I just skip this game? They both suck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
I mean, that's something we should discuss for the future. Is if there's no starting quarterback starting, there's no number one quarterback actually in the game, we shouldn't have to pick it. You know. But
Yeah, I'm gonna go
you
with
went
Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going with who are they going with now? The backup on the Falcons?
Ritter?
Ritter.
Yeah, especially it's funny. Marcus Mariota's getting knee surgery now. Is the latest report. Arthur Smith said there was nothing wrong with his knee the other day. Threw his quarterback under the bus.
I just wrote the Falcons for Fuzzy's pick. Just have to go back and change that. That's
Yeah. No, I was high on them at the beginning of the year, but
I know you were rolling with them for a while.
Yeah.
Saints
They
suck
suck.
awful too, man. But my boy Kamara's on the team, so let's go with him.
Yep.
We'll go with Saints.
this is going to be like last week, man. If we lose, we're all losing. This is going to be rough.
Yeah. Moving on to the Cowboys at the Jags. I think we're all.
Yeah, we're all in agreement. Me and him are going Cowboys, and you're going
And you're
Jaguars.
going to Joe
Totally
Montana
agree.
2.0.
Yeah.
Fine. Give me the Jaguars. Fuck it.
Are you serious? Because I already wrote Cowboys. I'll change it.
Yeah, give me the Jaguars. I got a feeling.
Oh, like
Oh, Jesus, I was going to go do a dance or something.
Moving on to the Cardinals at the Broncos. God, these fucking
Damn.
games suck ass this week. I'm going with the Broncos.
They should have put this game on Saturday.
Game shouldn't just be played. It should just be a tie.
Yeah, they should just write this off as a tie. I agree. Damn, this game's gonna be. I'm not watching this one.
Nope.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I mean, I think the bathrooms lose this week, and this,
You think that they're gonna get tied up, or they're gonna go down? You think it's
they're
gonna
going
get two
down. I
touchdown
think
passes?
it's two.
Oh,
I think it's two. And one's probably gonna win the game.
Can we hire somebody to watch the games that we don't want to watch?
Right.
Hey, Frozen, what are you doing this weekend?
All right, Frozen. Holla, 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 holla.
we got a Patriots Raiders game for somebody to watch. I don't remember who the first guest was, but
Champ.
I remember he was a big Raiders guy.
Yep, Champ. Poor Champ. Is anybody talking to Champ? Make sure that he's okay after this season. I'm pretty sure he was saying like all roads lead through Vegas and
Yeah, they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
The Suicide Watch.
That ain't nothing new. That is what every Raiders fan says at the beginning of the season. They're all completely used to the season going to shit.
Yeah.
They probably aren't even watching games anymore. Like unless they go watch the game live, they don't care. Unless they go and make the black hole happen, I don't care.
Can we get Champ on for week 18? I just want to hear him and Baker go at it.
Oh, it's fine. I don't hate the Raiders.
Oh, I'm not saying you hate the Raiders. I just think it'd be a really awesome argument.
Yeah. Wouldn't be an argument. It would be someone spitting facts and someone getting upset. That's all that would be happening.
Which is an argument.
No, that's just
I'm gonna hit Champ up and see where he's gonna be.
Yeah, no.
Him throwing a fit.
Speaking of which, I'm trying to get somebody on the podcast. One of my buddies I used to run a hockey page with.
Yeah.
He said Joe Burrow's better than Patrick Mahomes.
I mean,
in this league?
I don't
and
think so. I like Joe's swag, right? Like Joe Cool and all that good stuff, but
yeah. No, I feel like that would be a really fun conversation.
Yeah, you just look at him and then you could tell that's just not a real thing. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. We just watch the game and it's like, oh, that's not.
Shout out,
real.
Richie. Richie,
There's
we're getting you on one day.
Are saying that he deserves more respect because he's handling his business.
But yeah. All right. Moving on to the Patriots at the Raiders. God damn, dude. These games really do suck this week.
Oh, they aren't getting any better the more you read.
No, this is really fucking disappointing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Whew.
I think this one's just a coin flip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Patriots.
Same. I just can't. I can accept the Raiders winning and me taking an L in versus. I can't accept me picking the Raiders and then losing because I just know better.
Oh man, good old Raider fans. Thursday was fun.
All right, moving on. Titans at the Chargers.
I'm going Chargers.
I was leaning Chargers as well. I'm gonna go Chargers.
Damn it, same. One's coming off a big win. Other one, didn't they just get blown out last week? The Titans.
Titans lost to the Jags.
Yeah, we're going Chargers.
Titans came off of a big rushing second half last week, so feel that they'll just plug that right in this week. Just keep on moving. Their whole 2 yards or whatever they got. Really feeling it.
All right. Moving on to the Bengals at the Bucks. What?
Oh, Baker, he shouldn't eat before he gets on the show. It's amazing. It's
I
great.
I'm
Great.
so hungry. I'm
Everything.
so upset.
Every
This is all
comment is just
stupid.
amazing.
Yeah, it was just
Good.
who in the fuck's gonna pick the Buccaneers over the Bengals? Nobody, right? Like, what are we still doing here? Bengals, great. Bengals, Bengals, Bengals. Okay. Giants, I'm not taking the Giants. Commanders, Commanders, Commanders. And now it's
I was taking the Giants.
You're crazy.
Yeah,
I'll write that down.
You need to slow down, Baker. Okay.
Who are you taking?
Commanders.
Exactly. Right.
But look
We're
at
all
Monday
taking
night
the
looks like a
Commanders.
fuck, man. Monday night looks like a good game.
Packers.
Okay. Yeah, Packers.
See, I already wrote Packers, and now I want to go with the Rams because they got Mayfield, and he's the
You won't, no balls.
reigning player of the week and all.
Yeah, because that made you so happy.
That's what I'm saying.
He wants
Man.
another one. He wants another one.
Yeah, this bunch of fucking. These games suck. And now that I'm realizing that my fantasy playoffs are on the line with these shitty matchups, I am not thrilled. I'm going to have to watch all these games. Oh, my
Let's go, Notre Dame, baby.
Oh, dude, I think my fucking playoff hopes are on the line as well.
I mean, I'll be
started
fine.
this week.
I'm just playing him. It's not going to be that big of a deal. But
Oh, you're only playing Cap?
yeah, it's not. I got buys everywhere else.
I can't wait.
I had to make sure to get a buy so I could focus on whooping this ass here because he's been talking shit.
I've been talking shit.
Oh,
My
you've
first
been
year
talking.
in fantasy, I've not been talking shit, bro.
Been
Usually
just
I do.
running your
Get
fucking
outta here.
mouth.
You're getting the nice Connor. Okay, this season I have not been talking shit. I just been chill.
Oh my god. Hey,
What have I said?
we're gonna see if you could really turn a team around when you take one over.
That
now.
was a statement. It's not talking shit.
Then I done sat here, made the playoffs, no problem. And then you start making excuses. Oh, well, you took a good team over. I made fucking 12 trades, fella. Okay? I was doing work.
It seems like you're more worked up about this matchup than I am. Okay?
I'm just gonna send you home. I got no problem.
I feel like
This is
you've
what
been
I'm hoping
throwing
for.
darts and missing my back. And now this week
What?
I get to turn around and confront you. So
Oh man, I'm telling you what. I just threw a game just so that I could play in the playoffs. I'm coming for you.
Hey,
You weren't getting away.
hey, I'm tied for first, so
No, the fuck you are not.
it's all the same.
Apparently, I'm tied for 8th.
And I don't know why your playoffs are still in hope right now.
But there's 4
What are
teams
you
that
in
are
a
worse than me,
32 team
so
league?
at least
How many
no.
teams make the fucking
1,
playoffs?
2.
Top
There's
6. I hope.
there's 6 games or 6 teams worse than me, so I don't know how I'm 8th.
How many teams do you have?
8, 9, 12.
So you're in 6th place.
Hey, bro, your math ain't mathing.
Listen, it says 8 next to my team, and I don't get why. But I'm playing the number 1 ranked team this week.
Oh, that's perfect. You beat them, and then you're rolling in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I
I need Josh Allen to have a big game.
I have so many questions. You guys got 8 teams that make the playoffs.
Yeah, it does head-to-head for 4 and then 2. I think. I don't know how it works. This is my first time back in this league in a while.
Oh, whoever the fuck made this league, we're gonna need in the off season to join the podcast and let us know what's going on because this sounds crazy.
Yo, Harry, I would love to have you on. Harry's a homie.
Harry, we need you,
same.
brother.
Harry, I need you to set me straight here. I've got questions.
You sound so concerned about your league.
Yeah, Harry.
Harry's
Harry's a good guy.
we're in 16 team leagues, and only 7 teams make the playoffs in one, and only 6 make it in the other. Because the playoffs are supposed to be special. We're not supposed to have what 2/3 of the fucking teams make the playoffs. That's a little holy Jesus.
All right. Well,
I love it. I love it.
why are you so angry? Is it because you haven't ate?
I'm fucking hungry. I'm hangry.
So why don't you eat something?
Eating, steak eating sons of bitches.
I didn't eat
over
pizza.
There. No, he ate pizza. You ate steak.
Yeah.
I know what the fuck's happening. You know why I know? Because I thought every time you guys commented, damn, that sounds really fucking good right now.
Yeah, filet with bacon wrapped around it.
Yeah, what a bitch. All right. Are we good? Are we all dialed in? We got Packers to end it. We're set. What do we got? More players of the week?
I love when he lose your shit and then he's just so calm as a cucumber. It's amazing. It's
got
great.
more players of the week.
One has a full stomach. One is fucking barely surviving.
I'm just tired.
One's barely You're fucking dying. All right.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we're all dialed in. Baker, just go and piss out your butthole a little bit more there, bud. And we will see you guys next week.
Sure, that was never podcast related, but I mean, what the fuck ever.
All right, guys. We love y'all. We'll see you all next week. Have a good one. Make sure you stay dialed in.
Adios.
Adios.